I'm going to go ahead and show you how the Democrat and the Republican Party are controlled by the military and how the American people are kept in the left-right Hegelian dialectic paradigm of this two-party control system by military intelligence and the military system. See, I'm not going to actually prove that. I'm just going to show you, and that is factually what's going on, but you need to prove it to yourself. Nobody can prove anything to you. You need to do your own research and come to your own conclusions. But I'm telling you, that's the clue, is that the military is running both of these parties, because there were 20 or so people on my political ballot when I got the ballot to vote for president this year. But guess what? They only talked about the two parties on the television, didn't they? They don't tell you about the Libertarian Party. They don't tell you how the Libertarian Party is against the IRS and wants to get rid of the IRS and the federal income tax. They don't tell you that because people would vote for the Libertarian Party. They lie to you and they keep you tricked. But I'm going to show you how Bush and Biden both call for the New World Order, and they're all working for the same Catholic power structure that controls this world. All of them.
This is an historic moment. We have in this past year made great progress in ending the long era of conflict and Cold War. We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order.
I just want to say, he's also mentioning, now that we've ended the Cold War, we have a time for a new world order. Now, in Biden's speech that I'm going to show you, he too is referring to, we're going to end the two longest wars in American history, Iraq and Afghanistan. So it's almost verbatim, saying the exact same thing, keeping the American people in slavery for 20 years. This is 30 years. This is 91. It's now 2021. This is 30 years of the same power structure. This George Bush's grandfather, Prescott Bush, was found guilty of the Trading with the Enemies Act. He was supplying supplies to the Nazis. He was funding the Nazis. The Bush family are Nazis. This is a factuality. They came over here with Project Paperclip. George Bush was in Dallas, Texas, working for the CIA when he murdered President Kennedy, along with the rest of all the CIA agents and FBI agents covering up the crime down there. This guy called into the FBI and said, yeah, this is George Bush. It's recorded. He called into the FBI to give himself an alibi. Why? Because he knew, uh-oh, I'm in Dallas. I might get framed for this crime. I better make a phone call and make it look like I'm trying to do the right thing, because he's a criminal, political criminal. 30 years. So here he is calling for the New World Order in 91.
A world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations.
See, that's what they want. They don't want the rule of the jungle. They don't want you to be able to pick up a gun and defend yourself. They want the rule of law, where they have all the guns, they have all the bullets. They come to your house with 100 armed people, put you in handcuffs, take you away, give you an unfair trial. They've bought and paid for all the prosecutors. All the Freemasonic judges are there. All the Jesuits within the system. All the secret societies are in control. This is the New World Order, the rule of law. Do you get it? The only thing we have is the Second Amendment to stop it, because this is the psychopathy, the lie, the payoff, the bribery. They will murder you if they can't beat you in court.
When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order.
Do you know about George Bush's, let's see, Barbara Bush having an orgy with the Satanist Anton LaVey? Is that who it is? And George Bush Jr. being the offspring of an open Satanist? Do you know about this? Do a little research.
An order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
See, why is he talking about the United Nations? The United States needs to get out of the United Nations. The United Nations has a statue of a woman on top of a beast. It's a mockery of biblical prophecy. Do you understand? They're mocking God. It has been prophesied about the harlot of all nations in bed with the kings of all the nations, whose colors are scarlet and purple. It's the Vatican. They're involved deeply in all of this. They're the woman who rides the beast. That's the one fucking everybody, getting them to do what they say. Do you understand this parable? This is what's going on. The Catholic Church paying off, bribing all of our political leaders through the secret societies. George Bush is a knight of the Equestrian Order. He's a papal knight. His life duty is to work for the Catholic Church and to bring Catholic power into America. It's been here. It was taught for 50 years. It was written in school books. Your kids could read it in their school books that the Jesuit order was responsible for the murder of Abraham Lincoln. This man is an agent of the Catholic power structure of Rome. Do you get it? Rome killed Jesus. The Roman Empire spread out. It was in the Middle East. It was where Jesus was. The country of Israel was not even established until after World War II. It was this area of land in the Middle East that they're fighting over. Oh, people, you don't know your history. You don't know the criminals. You defend the criminals. But here you are, all the leftists, all the hatred, all the Democrats. You hate the Republicans, don't you? And you hate everything they do, don't you? This is the point of the video. Doesn't everybody hate the Republican Party? I don't support it. Both political parties are criminal. I hate the Democratic Party. I hate the Republican Party. None of them tell the truth. But if you want to be a Democrat and hate the Republicans, don't you hate this guy? And then, if you hate this guy, how do you love this? Here, listen to him, this warmonger. Listen to this warmonger. Jesuit agent. He's got an honorary degree from Jesuit universities.
But the end of these two wars affords us an opportunity. It allows us to refocus our intelligence and military assets and resources to other parts of the world.
So essentially he's saying, okay, we've already established all the drug dealing we need to. We've stolen all the ancient secrets out of Babylon and Iraq, and we've got a, lock down on all the heroin production coming out of Afghanistan. Now we can take our military and go rape someone else. We can go kill another country. We can go steal the freedom from another country and instill American imperialism into that country. Huh, you scumbag Americans. If you support this, kill yourself.
Where they are needed. Where we face new challenges. This is the world you are graduating into. This is what I want to talk about today with you for a few minutes. I believe we, and particularly you, your class, has an incredible window of opportunity to lead in shaping a new world order for the 21st century.
Can anybody just snap out of their stupor of hatred for a moment and realize that the enemy is the Democratic and the Republican Party? It's not the American people who want truth. It's not the people on the right who want to remove political criminals like this. He's bought and paid for. He's bribed. See, we didn't understand that Trump was a member of the secret societies until after he got in office and all of the information was coming out. But what we did is, as Americans, we saw him bad-mouthing Jeb Bush and Hillary Clinton on the news, and we went, oh my God, he's actually standing up to all these friggin' paid-for, treasonous political criminals. Hillary Clinton gives speeches for millions of dollars, and they donate to the Clinton Foundation, and they take that money and they do political favors. If you give me millions and I'm in a position of power, what would you like me to do? That's what the Clinton Foundation is. The Clintons are political career criminals taking bribes. She was selling state secrets to the Saudis. Real-time military intelligence. Do you understand the treason going on with Hillary Clinton? You don't. You're blind. That's why we thought Trump could be different. But no, he surrounded himself with criminals like John Bolton, warmonger, starting war in all the presidential cabinets. He was on there with Bush. He was on there with Obama, right? John Bolton, he's part of the establishment. Look at William Barr. He was defending the sniper at Ruby Ridge, Idaho that shot a woman holding her baby walking into the house. Unarmed woman shot by an FBI sniper. And William Barr is defending her. Trump surrounded himself with political scum. So does Joe Biden. They're all political scum. If you really knew the truth, America, you would support the takeover of your government. You would support the destruction of the military. They're all corrupted. They're all full of secret society members. I shook a hand with a general, worked at Pease International Trade Port, where they have a heroin epidemic in New England, and they're claiming that the Mexican cartels are driving it all the way from Texas to New Hampshire across the entire country, but they don't have anywhere to dump all of their lucrative heroin. They need to take it all the way up and to the far reaches of New England. Oh yeah, that's the Mexican plan, because Mexicans just blend in America. In New Hampshire. I grew up there. I didn't even know what a fucking Mexican was until I moved to Colorado. You know what we got out there in New Hampshire? Italians. There's not a lot of Hispanics out there, okay? There's not a big Mexican drug cartel moving all this heroin in New Hampshire. It's the generals at the Pease International Trade Port bringing the heroin into the country directly off the KC-135 jets right into New England, right into this country. Nobody checking them. No... You understand? They're not going through any checkpoints. They're not going through customs. That's the word I'm trying to think of. They're not going through customs. The military's just bringing it in. They were bringing in heroin in the body bags of dead GIs in Vietnam. That's a fact. You can't put anything past these people. They're disgusting. The military is a criminal organization. So I shook hands with that general. And as I'm gripping hands with him, and somebody's asking him, oh, so how are you lately? Oh, he says, oh, supporting Rudy Giuliani for president. I looked him dead in the eye. I said, fuck Rudy Giuliani. We know 9/11 was an inside job. We know it was a controlled demolition. This motherfucker squeezed my hand so fucking hard, wouldn't let go of me. I'm telling him, let the fuck go of me. This is at a wedding, okay? I'm like, fuck you, motherfucker. Let go of me. Fuck you, you fucking criminal. Guess what happens after that? I see this robotic insect drone with a friggin' huge stinger twice following me around. I'm starting to do research about 9/11 truth on the internet. I'm starting to learn the truth. And guess what? I'm realizing, oh my God, the government's harassing me. The military's fucking a force to be reckoned with, aren't they? They're fucking criminals. And who's supporting them? What kind of shitbag Americans are going to support these motherfuckers? These kind of shitbags. The kind that join the fucking military. Idiots. Einstein said the most brave individuals in the future societies will be the ones who reject military service. So Joe Biden's calling for a new world order. George Bush is calling for a new world order. The new world order is the secret society control. If you hear these people utter these words, they are the enemy. They are one and the same. Left, right, get over it. You're a victim, Americans. You're sick in the head. You need to educate yourselves. You're not smart. You're not intelligent. I got a 1280 on my SAT test, 89th percentile of the people who took the test. We're not talking about the fat asses who couldn't even get off their ass and run the race. We're saying out of everybody that ran the race, I'm in the top 11%. Okay, I know what I'm talking about. Anybody wants to criticize me, go ahead. I'll keep telling you, I'm smarter than you, I've figured it out, and you're not seeing it yet. If you're going to criticize me and not look into this, I've been looking into this for 12 years. I've pretty much got my doctorate equivalent in the truth, okay? So anybody that can't respect that, too bad. You're done. You're lost. I'm making these videos for all the idiots that I'm talking to on 7 News in Denver. I'm making these videos for anyone in America who wants to really learn, but I'm making these videos to back up the commentary that I say. You know how long it takes to make comments and make comments on YouTube and write paragraphs upon paragraphs upon paragraphs only to have it erased and flagged? How disappointing that is? I need to put this all into a book and write it into a book. That's what I said in my last comment. I wrote a guy a huge, like, multi-paragraph comment. I said, I think this will be the beginning of my new book. Shall I go on? Then I reload the video. It's erased. I spent 15 minutes writing a comment. I don't have time to waste. Take heed. Listen to these words. I beseech you, if you even know what that word means, look this stuff up.